Hello and welcome to Ascension Arcana Tarot. This is Christine with a general weekly reading for the week of August 25th. This is a general reading, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I hope y'all are doing well. I got a bunch of new card decks, so I'm like very happy that I get to pull with some fresh cards. What do my viewers need to know about their week this week? It's funny. The Two of Swords very decisively decided to fly out. And it's like the card of indecision. So that's amusing me right now. Just a place inside of you where you're feeling stuck. It's like it's kind of an energy of like you lose if you do and you lose if you don't. So you're kind of feeling stuck in a place of inaction. We have the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups. I wonder if some of you are maybe making a decision about a relationship here or a partnership. Or maybe making a decision about walking away towards a partnership. The Four of Pentacles. So maybe some fear or hesitation around like leaving or changing. The Six of Swords card is definitely reading as like a change and moving on energy for me. So it's not like, how to describe it? It's not something sudden or like super shocking in this card like it would be if it was like the Tower, but it's definitely like a permanent move or a permanent change. It might be something that you see coming, almost kind of like the way I've described the Death card before, where it kind of feels like inevitable. You kind of see it on the horizon. You know it's coming. It's interesting. Yeah, I definitely am feeling some resistance in the Four of Pentacles here around the change. The next card out is the Hangman. Yeah, it's someone who totally doesn't want to change. This is very interesting. This is like a new energy here. I wonder if I'm picking up on a new collective or if this is something different that one of my collectives here is going through. Yeah. If it feels like this like damned if you do, damned if you don't energy with that Two of Swords. And like some reluctance to moving on. Either, it's going to depend on how this resonates for you guys, but either towards or away from a connection. And just feeling this like, he feels so reluctant to me. He's like very reluctant to give up his pentacles, which he feels like are his safety, his material resources, his prized possessions that he has here. And then the Hanged Man, just being sort of put in like a suspended state by the universe until you have kind of an epiphany or like a change of heart, I feel. This is super interesting energy. I want to clarify with the Witches, the Two of Swords. So because there are like multiple people watching, I don't know how specific the universe will get here, but I'd like to know a little bit more about the Two of Swords card and like what these choices are here. Give me two cards here for the choices in the Two of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords. Oh, so actually two cards. That's funny. I thought it was just one. The Knight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. This feels like a decision between moving on and being left out in the cold. So the Knight of Swords is like a really fast-moving knight. He can be very logical. He's very intelligent. He's like a really swift-moving energy. He looks really brave in this card to me. He also can be like somewhat harsh or like abrupt. He can almost sort of arrive in like a flurry. And when he leaves, you're kind of like flustered because his message was like a little harsh and a little fast. When I was just saying that, I looked at the time and it was 4:44, so that might be significant for someone. 4:44 for me is a message about building foundations. So the message or the action represented by the Knight of Swords could be something that kind of rocks your physical foundation in terms of like your job, your home. It's feeling like a change energy. So it could be getting a new job, getting a new home, moving. It's not feeling like it's anything bad or anything like that. Just something different and maybe a little unexpected and perhaps a little hastily delivered, the message. And then the Five of Pentacles. In the traditional tarot, this is where there's like two people kind of walking out in the snow in front of a church. And they don't go into the church for help. But it feels just like this desolate, isolated energy. So it's like an energy of either sort of charging forward and moving into something, just sort of doing it, right? Like ripping off the Band-Aid, just going for it is what I'm feeling from this Knight of Swords, like this big burst of energy. Versus the Five of Pentacles, just like this desolate winter plain with like the wind howling and like nobody's around. And kind of leaving yourself out in the cold and lonely. Yeah, this definitely feels like a relationship, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, although that could be the case for some of you with this Two of Cups card. But it could be like a partnership. It could be a business relationship. It could be a relationship within your family. So kind of choosing between moving towards or away from a family relationship, a friendship, a business relationship, or a romantic relationship. Kind of could be any of those. We'll do the Celtic Tarot for the other side. This is very interesting. It feels like, I was going to say it feels like a week of movement, but so far we don't really have major arcana cards except for the Hangman, which is really like a card of stillness. So in terms of the changes or the movement energy here, it's all like within your free will. A lot of times with the major arcana cards, we consider that to sort of be like the universe, like fate or destiny could be intervening, kind of the universe bringing circumstances to you. A Page of Cups, that's interesting on the bottom. I don't know why I just felt called to look at him. I just am noticing this gleam on his cup. So this isn't something that the universe is necessarily intervening with. This is something that's like within your free will. It's your free will decision, not necessarily something that's kind of being done like to you by outside forces. I'm wondering if our advice side will have some shiny things. It could be the case that there's like a benefit to this movement here. The Hanged Man, for me, I like to joke that it's like the card of being put in a timeout by the universe. So the universe is sort of has tied you up in a tree, you're upside down, you're sort of forced to like take this break, right? And really go within and consider the situation that you're in. It's almost like the opposite of the Knight of Swords in a way, where he can be like this really fast movement, and the Hangman is forced to be completely still, but he has this halo around his head representing enlightenment. So something about taking like a break or a timeout is helpful for him. It's kind of helped him to have a new perspective and see things in a different way. What advice? Here's the Hangman again. What advice do you have for my viewers for their week this week? Definitely let the universe put you in a timeout. Okay. That's funny. When I was shuffling the cards before it was this deck, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the tower was at the bottom. And as I was shuffling it, I was like, I wonder if we'll have a tower. And then it just came out with the Celtic Tarot. All right. So the Four of Wands, we've talked about this card before. I love it in this deck. It's like this beautiful, in this one, it feels like a portal to me. And I love how it's like this warm light inside the home. So it feels like an energy of going towards like a happy home. again, this might not be a relationship reading for everyone, but I wonder if that resonates on some level for everyone's situation, is like going towards this magical feeling of like warmth, for this little focus, like warmth and magic, and there's like fairies there. It's kind of like this cozy little shelter, right? And the trees are like all pretty. It looks like autumn, doesn't it? And it's gonna be the autumn equinox soon. So kind of moving in your heart towards the things that feel like good and cozy and safe and warm. I wonder if that might help any of you in terms of like making this decision here between moving towards something and kind of staying put. The Tower and the Ace of Cups. That's powerful. Let me feel that. It feels like a change again in love. And like this is just a weekly reading. It's not meant to be a romance reading, but I'm wondering if there's some energies that the universe is supporting right now in terms of changes in your romantic relationship. But if this doesn't resonate for romance, it's feeling like it could just be the things that you feel like passionate about and the things that sort of overflow your cup. So for example, if we were to talk about like a job example, right? And this is a choice between maybe like doing a new role in your department, or maybe getting a new job, or transferring within your company or something like that. That could be like a tower energy. It might come upon you more suddenly than I was feeling with like the Six of Swords over here. But the Ace of Cups would indicate that you move towards the thing that you feel passionate about, that sort of like fills your cup, right? This cup is like overflowing with water, which represents the emotions and love. And when you're aligned with your life purpose, or with the jobs that you're doing that make you feel like happy and joyful, that kind of makes it worth it to get up every day, right? And like get out of bed and go to work and do your thing. It's sort of a similar feeling to like this Four of Wands I was saying, to move towards like the things that feel like cozy or magical, or like kind of exciting in like a safe way, right? And again, make your own free will decisions as always. That's just the energy that these cards are sharing with me. We have the Knight of Swords again and the Five of Cups. So this is funny because this is similar to this energy over here, except this was the Five of Pentacles. So the Knight of Swords, again, he's like this sort of dynamic, quickly approaching energy. He's very logical. He's brave. Like, I love that he has, I don't know what those are. They actually look like cranes. I think he has like cranes in the background. That's really cool. And he's on like this bull. He is no nonsense. So whatever this is that's incoming, feels like something important. And it feels like this energy will maybe help you figure out what decision you want to make. So definitely be alert. If you're in this collective and this is resonating for you, be alert to like an incoming message this week. I'm channeling that for some of you, it could be like an email, but take that as it resonates. It could come in any form. And then the Five of Cups here is a card about like regret, a feeling of loss, and like sadness about things from the past. So I feel like the energy here, like the Knight of Swords is a very forward moving energy, and the Five of Cups is sort of emotionally clinging onto the past and like regrets and things that he wishes had happened that didn't happen. I feel like these two together are advising this collective to look forward and move forward, and kind of don't let yourself get stuck in the past. I kind of wonder if that's why the universe is giving us this hangman energy, because it might be that some folks in this collective are kind of stuck in the past and like hanging on to the past, and maybe there's some like realignment that needs to happen, so the universe puts you in a timeout and flipped you on your head. And then I feel like you can maybe move out of that energy and like dash forward, like swish forward with this Knight of Swords and all of his momentum. The Five of Cups is actually feeling very much like the Four of Pentacles to me, where it's sort of like this clinging, holding on energy. It's just a person who's reluctant to move forward. This is really interesting. I'm not feeling like this is something that you have to do. So for example, I keep giving an example about work, right? Like this is not feeling like an energy of someone who's like losing their job, right? Or like is forced to move to another position. I'm not feeling that at all. It feels like an opportunity that you will have the choice to accept or not. So again, I'm not really feeling like this is something that's like destiny or kind of the universe sweeping in and like making a change happen. I'm not really feeling that. But this could potentially be a cool choice for you guys. I'm gonna see. Maybe I'll pull the witch with the witches again. I want to see what happens if we ask God if you choose to take this opportunity versus not take the opportunity. All right. What advice do you want to give this collective if they choose to accept this opportunity that's incoming this week? Just give me one card. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. And actually the world flipped. That's funny. So this is like our yes pile. So with this, it's still, again, it's still related to the Two of Swords. I hope you guys are following me here. I don't usually pull like this, but this is like a fascinating energy. I want to get clear on it. You know what I might do? So these guys are clarifiers on the Two of Swords, and I'm going to let these guys be clarifiers too. We'll put the Two of Swords back up here. This feels like the yes side, because it's forward moving. Okay, so if you say yes to this incoming opportunity, that is the side that has the Knight of Swords on it. It's the forward moving energy. The Eight of Pentacles is showing you kind of as a learner, as an apprentice, like practicing and honing a skill. So again, like kind of going back to a career, right? This would be someone who, exactly as my example, maybe gets a new job in another department or transfers within their company and now is like learning some new skills, and just how valuable that makes you to your company or in your career, because now you have these like awesome new skills that you've really been able to hone and become very excellent at. And the World is like a super positive, awesome card of like completing cycles, success. Like the way I usually think of it is just successful completion of cycles. Yeah. So again, just like having a lot of success and feeling really complete and whole and fulfilled and sort of leveling up in your career, or, you know, however this resonates for you, right? Maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a business relationship. However this resonates, it's kind of leveling up and finding success in that. So what do you want to say to this collective if they say no to this opportunity? What do they need to know? Got the Queen of Swords. I feel like there might be one more. I'll go one more shuffle. Nope, she's the one that wants to come out. The Queen of Swords. I'm feeling like a fear or like a holding back energy from her. So I don't know that, like this, again, this, as with everything that I say, is all your free will choice, right? I'm just a person online reading cards and sharing the energy that they say. So take this for what it's worth to you. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. The Queen of Swords is feeling hesitant to me. Like I'm just drawn to how she's like leaning back in the chair. So again, there's like not this, like when we look at the Knight of Swords, right, we can see in his body language and in the body language of the horse that he's like poised, he's ready, he's forward moving, he's like really dynamic. He's kind of going for it, right? Whereas she is way reclined back in her chair and she's sort of like beckoning for things to come to her. So I'm almost feeling like this, if you're feeling called to say no to this opportunity, make sure that it's not because you're having like an emotional block there. It could just be that this opportunity doesn't feel right for you, and that's completely fine. The energy that I'm getting is that for some of you, it might be that you're feeling really hesitant and scared, scared of moving forward. It's bouncing off of this Four of Pentacles card to me, like that desire for security, or like being afraid to get up out of the throne and like do something different, right? So this is kind of you in your current position where like you maybe feel powerful, you feel settled, it feels very comfortable, it feels very safe. And if you were to say yes to this opportunity, you would have to be in a very different energy, right? You kind of have some vulnerability around being a student here and learning things. You'd have to get up and be on the move and sort of have like the energy and the fire and the passion to do that. And it almost feels like a fear of becoming more powerful with the World card. I'm wondering if maybe this Queen of Swords is feeling like some, what's the right word here? Like some self-doubt, kind of, some questioning her own worthiness or her own ability to kind of step up into this new role. For what it's worth, I'm feeling from the cards like it's a very safe opportunity to become a student. Like you would be really supported with that, both from the universe and like from, for example, your employer or your partner, your friend, like whoever, kind of however this is resonating for you guys. That's cool. So again, take it if it resonates. It could be that this opportunity that comes in just doesn't sound good to you and you're just not interested in it, and that's totally fine. It could be that you just feel content being the Queen of Swords and kind of sitting in your place of power, and that's just what feels good for right now. And maybe waiting for a different or better opportunity to come along. And that doesn't feel like wrong at all. So yeah, that's awesome. That also feels pretty complete. I feel like I want this. I'm going to do daily guidance from the angels. I'm so happy that I have all these new card decks. They're like lining the floor around me. I love it. All right. And they all like smell new, and shuffling them feels new. That's funny that I'm like into that right now and talking about that new card dynamic. I feel like I personally am attracted to the energy of saying yes to this opportunity. So I feel like I'm super into like the new pieces. I guess the biggest advice here is like whatever this represents for you, just make sure that you're making the choice like from your heart, right? From this space that feels magical and feels passionate and feels like you're pursuing like the thing that fills up your cup and fills you with love and fills you with energy. Make sure you're choosing like from that place rather than like from fear. Because I feel like there's quite a bit of like fear energy here. And again, the universe sort of putting this collective into a timeout with the Hangman. Like, I feel like it could be a really good time to meditate or do like meditative activities, whatever that is for you, doing sports, going for a walk, like take a bath, whatever kind of helps you get to a place where you can relax and get in touch with your heart space, and really feel in your heart like where your joy is. Where is your joy? And then being able to follow that. All right, what else do you want to share with my viewers about their week this week? 3. Law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. I love that. I feel like that is resonating for me around what I just said about that you don't have to be, you don't have to like succumb to fear here or like anxiety or worry. So it's resonating with this, the Hangman card, and I feel like you can ask the universe for help here when you're kind of in this state of meditation or contemplating what choice you want to make here. Like, ask for guidance from your higher power, from your higher self, from your ancestors, from God, like whatever resonates. And really be thinking those positive thoughts, being mindful of your thoughts, because you're a very powerful manifester. So if you're kind of delving into that place of making a choice from fear or anxiety, that's not really a great place to be manifesting from. But if you're manifesting in alignment with love, peace, and harmony, that's like a very powerful energy. Next one says heart chakra. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. That's very sweet. I feel like that's completely bouncing off this Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups card. Again, just really following that feeling of like love and passion and like delight in your heart, right? Like finding that feeling of like, what's the thing that will fill me up? And for some of you for whom this is resonating for a romantic relationship, I feel like this is bouncing for me off the Two of Cups card, just like that connection, right? And making a decision from your heart, like being really connected to your heart in your relationship. That's very sweet. Last one says, let your past go. The burden of carrying your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. That totally feels like what I said about these guys here. Someone who's feeling afraid of kind of leaving this stability and also letting go of like these regrets or this sadness. There's at least somebody in this collective here who's hanging on to that. And it's keeping you from moving forward towards something that's really positive. So just being able to let that go and move forward. This feels like a nice opportunity if it's if you're in this collective and this is something that you want to take a chance on. It feels like it could be really, really positive for you. So as always, make your own choices. But that's what the energy of the cards is sharing with us this week. So yeah. I hope this resonates. Please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, as all your interactions help me as I'm growing my channel, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.